All right, everybody. This is a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network. We are going to be talking about becoming a fit husband. I talk about this a lot about being fit, being unfit to be a man, husband, or father. We're going to focus on that today on GentCulture. Coming up right now, always remember treat a lady like a lady, right, Dane? All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Gent Culture, Gentleman Culture, where we teach men how to be husbands, fathers, and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody in the chat and T. See you showing up over there. Well, what do we have on the docket for the day for you brothers? All right, all right. Gather around, get your chairs, brothers. Gent Culture's for you. We're trying to rebuild our men. We're trying to rebuild our young brothers. A lot of y'all got some bad stuff going through your mind. That's the purpose of Gent Culture, to get all that bad stuff out of your mind, try to get your head screwed on straight so you can become a fit man for a decent woman. All right? And a good father. So let's get it cracking. All right. The title is, I'm sorry, hold on one second. I'm going through a rainstorm. Okay, here we go. The title is, Are You Unfit? We're going to do a checklist. Dang, please go on mute. We're going to do a checklist. Are you unfit? Then we're going to talk about getting fit after we do the checklist. All right? All right, so right off the bat, are you unfit? Are you unfit as a man? Are you unfit to be a husband? Are you unfit to be a father? Let's check a few things out here. One of the things that we want to get to right away is emotions. That's the big kahuna, especially today with a lot of you emotional nagas. I have never seen so many emotional men in my whole life. And you guys are more emotional than the female. The females are looking at y'all like, seriously? So let's tackle the emotions, okay? I don't know if anybody told y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all today. As a man, you're not supposed to be emotional. Stop listening to people that's telling you it's okay to cry. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show your feminine side and all that other nonsense. Listen, you can't pay people. All right. Women are women, okay? Some women are going to tell you, oh, I like a man who cries, or I like a man. Don't fall for that. Okay? Continue to be strong. Continue to keep your emotions under wraps. Because, you see, some people are selfish and don't realize it. They want what they want, and that's it. They don't care about what anybody else wants. So you may have a woman that may say she like her man to be somewhat vulnerable or whatever, but she's not paying attention to what that does to a man's ego or what that does to him, his psyche. Okay? So don't pay that any mind. Don't let anybody tell you should be vulnerable, or as a man, you should always be strong. Okay? And if there's a woman that has a problem with your strength, then that's not the woman you should be with. You want a woman that's going to appreciate your strength and love your strength, and not look for you to be out of character and be something that you're not, or not try to turn you into something because that's what she wants and doesn't respect who you are. That's not the type of woman you should be with. Be with the woman that's going to respect who you are, that's going to like and love your strength and accept you for being strong, right? Always be strong. Weakness is not something that we do as men. I told you guys that before. Now, these emotions are dangerous, especially for men. When men get emotional, bad things happen. Because men also have tempers. And if you have if you have a mercurial temperament, that's even worse. Okay, so emotions is not something that you want to be showing with a bad temper. So you want to get out of the emotional business, because the emotional business is screwing you up with women, It's screwing you up with society. It's screwing you up, period. It's making you look bad. It's making you look weak. And if you are an emotional man, I'm sorry, you're not fit to be a husband. You're not fit to be a father. You're not fit to be, a man to a woman. It's emotional. You got to get your emotions together. Have a life. I'm serious. They don't. They sit on social media all day or play video games or just sit up here and talk about stupid stuff all day. That's not a life. Then you get frustrated because you have nothing to do. You get frustrated because the women aren't checking for you because you're about nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You don't have a life. You get mad. You start getting emotional. You get mad at women. Now you want to argue with women. You got the nerve to accuse somebody else of being emotional. One, get a life. What is a life? Life is something that allows you to wake up in the morning and do things. Like get up in the morning and brush your teeth, take a shower, put on some clothes, go outside, and run around all day. Do this and that while you're outside. It's called a life. You understand? Life. Being on social media all day, playing video games all day isn't a life. That's called wasting time. Get a life. If you got a life, you're doing things, you're needed in places, you got things to do, you got things to fix, you got things to pick up, you got places to go, you got people to talk to, right? That drains your calm doing it. So when you have an encounter, you'll be more calm rather than being uptight because you got nothing to do. And then when you're living a life, when you do have a life, right, it changes your mentality. You're not sitting there seething all day and thinking all day, well, damn, I ain't got shit to do and women ain't checking for me. So the next time a woman come up in here, let me cuss her out. You're not thinking like that. You're thinking that you're important. You're thinking that you have things to do. You're being useful. You're useful. Men, we love being useful because we pride ourselves off of solving problems, fixing things. You know, that's what we do. So if you're not doing any of these things, you know, your mind can become idle. You can start thinking about the wrong things. And it can very well lead to a discharge of emotions. So for one, get a life. Go out and do things. Get involved in things. Occupy your mind with positive things. Things that things that are improving, or things that create improvements. Things that require you to think. Things that require you to put stuff together. Okay? Work with your hands and your mind. Build things, put things together, take things apart. That's what men do. These things will help you get your mind settled and your emotions in check. So that's one thing you can do, get a life. Second thing you can do, okay, is start working, which I just said it here at the tail end. Start working with your hands. Start picking things up, putting things together, taking things apart. I know I just said that, but I ran into my second cause. Learn a trade. Do something to occupy yourself other than lay around and do nothing all day. You see, one thing about us is that, right, we have a mind for building. We have a mind for discovering things, whatever, right? And when we're not using that, we get frustrated because we're not living up to our fullest potential. We're not doing the things we're supposed to. We start getting frustrated. And then when you're frustrated and you got pimp culture out there, you got guys in your ear telling you crazy things like everything is black women's fault, then you know you can easily fall into that. You can easily be manipulated into that. You know why? Because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there and talking all day with dudes who don't have anything going for themselves. So you definitely don't want to get into that category where you're like the manosphere guys. You know, they stay on social media all day because they don't have jobs. There's nothing that they do that's important. No one is calling for them. No one is checking for them. No one is really interested. So they're frustrated. This is one of the reasons why they are emotional. And then they're emotional towards the women because they're boring, they're uninspiring. The women don't want to talk to them because they're all awkward and weird, a bunch of dweebs who don't have any solutions about anything. Every time a woman sees them, see them doing it, so she don't want to waste her, right? And then they take it out on the female. Now, here's another thing too, right? Don't get mad at women because some of them think you're ugly, or some of them think that you don't look good, or some of them think that you're unattractive. Everybody ain't for everybody, but then everybody's for everybody, if you know what I mean. Just because you look unattractive to one woman don't mean you look unattractive to the next one. Women have different standards of looks. They have different types. Okay? So don't get discouraged by that. Don't get mad at women because you went out and tried to kick it and you got roasted. And, you know, listen, sometimes it depends on how you catch a woman too. Okay? If she's going through her cycle or if she's having a bad day or whatever, you have to understand the emotion sometimes is really playing on them, right? So they may snap at you. They don't mean nothing by it, you know, but they may snap at you. I guarantee you, if a woman snap at you, right, if you see her the next day when she don't calm down, most likely she will apologize to you because she really didn't mean it. She was just having an emotional time, and you was just the wrong guy in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay? And some women, like I said, some women will flat out tell you, look, I can't deal with you. You know, you ugly. Okay? Some women are immature too. Some women don't know how to handle things either. All right? So you know, don't let that throw you. Don't let that get you all bottled up and you walk around here hating women because a couple of women done told you they don't want to mess with you because you ugly. Okay, you ain't their type. I hate to tell you, but you're not going to be every woman's type. Some women are going to think you're extremely handsome, and some going to think you are extremely unattractive. It depends on their preference and what they like. Hold on one second. Okay. Right, and don't get all bent out of shape. Start harboring crazy emotions. See, a lot of you guys, you let your emotions act like a woman's emotions, and you shouldn't do that. You should have man emotions. Your emotions should be stable, calm, like a calm pool of water. You understand? Women, their emotions are always interacting with them, always working with them because they're females. That's normal for them. Okay? That's okay for them, not for you. You're not supposed to be doing that. Your emotions are supposed to be calm, like a clear lake. You're supposed to be in control of yourself. You're supposed to always be, as a man, exercising strength and self-control. You don't never let nobody get you out your game. You don't never let nobody, cause you to come out of character. You don't give control of yourself up to other people. And that's what you're doing when you allow somebody to pick with your emotions and get the result that they were looking for. You allow them to control who you are. Now, as a man, that's not something that you do. And then, you come online, you ain't got nothing else to do. You start arguing with women. Like that's supposed to solve something. That makes the situation worse. Because for one, you can't out emotional a female. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong. Who told you that? I don't know who told you. I don't know who told you guys that. And I'm talking to some of you dweebs who are listening as part of the manosphere. You cannot out emotion a female. It's impossible. You're not going to do her better than her. So you may as well not try to do her at all. And do you. You are a man. Do the man thing. Leave the woman stuff to the women. And I'm starting to wonder about a lot of you dudes too. I've been hearing conversations where you guys are talking about clothes that guys wear that are colorful and stuff. What the hell is that? What is that? So when you start worrying about some dude wearing a flowered shirt or, some kind of, I heard one dude say, hey, I like the way his collar look. What kind of talk is that? To me, you like the way his collar look. Hey, man, look. Y'all got to cut it out with this effeminate stuff, all right? It's old, it's tired, and you're making us look bad. You're making us look weak. It's time for y'all to put on some boxing gloves, go into the gym, and beat the hell out of each other. Beat some manhood into each other. This is what I suggest you do. And I want you to really listen to me. A real man recognizes weaknesses. You realize that you weak and you effeminate and you don't really want to be like that, go get some boxing gloves, go to the nearest gym, and challenge one of the boxers in there and get in the ring and get your ass whooped. Seriously, take an ass whooping. So you can develop some toughness. Go in there, throw all the punches you can, start acting like a fucking man. Go get into a couple of fights. I ain't talking about real fights. Go to the gym. Get into a couple of fights. Start acting like a man. Start building some damn toughness. Don't worry about it. Go in the ring and get your ass kicked a couple of times. Some of you need an ass whooping. Straighten you right up. Learn how to be a man. Go in there and learn how to take a damn punch. Some of y'all look like you can't take any goddamn punches. That's why y'all shooting each other. Y'all afraid of physical pain. Yeah, get you some boxing gloves. Go to the nearest gym, or actually go to the boxing gym. They got gloves there. Hit the bag a little bit and challenge somebody to a damn sparring match in the ring. And get in there and throw some damn punches. And take some punches. And learn how to be a damn man. Learn what it means to be a man. Understand what it feels like to be a man. Stop running around here with this girl shit. It's corny. We need warriors, soldiers, not fairies running around here with Aladdin slippers, with Aladdin high heel slippers and Michael Jackson pants that are high watered with 42 zippers on them. We don't need that. We have a shortage on warriors. Get your little flimsy, effeminate behind in the gym and start dishing out some ass whoopings and taking some. Start becoming a man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm still going through some pretty bad weather right here. Okay, before I continue, let me get a sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3, everybody.
Okay,
Let
I
me get a
hear
one in the
you.
chat.
Waiting to see. They're still laughing about the high heel slippers and the high waters with the 42 zippers.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
I'll be
you
right back,
got
y'all.
one.
I'm frozen. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Yeah. As I was just trying to type out, it's a shame that I seen more girls throw and take punches than I see boys or even men. Yeah, it's like everybody's reversing themselves. The girls are the ones that's kicking ass and taking ass whippings and more warrior like than most of the guys. So it's time to get things back into normal. Don't be afraid of no fist fight. If you
Okay,
need a
I'm back,
fist
y'all.
fight, you cheating. You a coward.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. Y'all hear me?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. So where was I? Okay, yeah. Getting into the gym, learning how to dish out some ass whoopers and take some. Turn your ass, turn your little flimsy, fairy looking ass back into a man. Women need men, not ballerinas. Overgrown fucking ghetto funky ass ballerinas. We need warriors. All right, so anyway, let me get back to what I was saying about unfit. If you're emotional, that's the first thing on the list. You are emotional, you are unfit. Don't even waste your time talking to a female because you're going to ruin her life. You're going to make her life miserable. Okay? You're unfit. Go and get your emotions in check first. Listen, let me tell you something. This is not a charity, man. A woman's love is a charity. A woman's company is a charity. When you are dating a woman and you're asking this woman to be your soulmate, okay, that's a big freaking deal. That's not charity, man. They're not charity cases. Stop taking them for granted. Take them seriously. Get your act together. You go with your act together, that shows a woman that you're serious about being with her and that you're serious about life and that you're here to take care of business. Don't go there with Peter Cottontail, Peter Cottontail high heel slippers with bunny tails on them. The hell are you doing? If you show up with talking to a woman, you got Peter Cottontail slippers with heels and a bunny tail on, she should get a running start and drop kick your ass, yo, for real. Women, start learning how to do drop kicks. Go online, ladies, if you're listening. Go online, go on YouTube, type in, learn how to drop kick. Because some of these dudes need to be dropped. I'm telling you. Y'all need to be drop kicked. So here's the deal. Okay, so emotions, right off the bat, unfit. So that's move to number 2 on the checklist. Emotions, number 1, big problem. You're emotional, you're unfit. All right. Number 2, broke. Okay. Remember Jerry in the movie The Green Mile? John Coffey. I'm sorry, not John Henry. John Coffey. Well, broke. 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 If you're broke, you're unfit. I'm sorry. Because listen, I don't know how some of y'all think. Okay, this is what I don't understand. Where do y'all get off thinking that a woman is free? Where do you get off thinking that a relationship? Where do you get, okay? Relationship. See, ain't nobody gonna give it to you the way I'm giving it to you. I'm old school. I'm gonna tell you, I'm old school. I'm street. I'm gonna tell you the way it is. I ain't gonna give you no old bullshit ass talking point. I ain't gonna pretend that I got fellatio in a supermarket and still telling the story 70 years later. That's my only claim to fame. Not doing none of that. Not gonna get on here and do any of that. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Broke. Women cost money. A relationship costs money. And every man in his right mind will tell you that. Children cost money. I don't know where y'all get this BS about, well, you know what, we're going to go 50-50. We're going to get to that too. That's on the list too. Okay? I don't know where y'all get that from. How in the world you think you're going to have a relationship, any kind of serious relationship with a woman, and you can't provide anything? If you can't buy a pair of socks, don't even. If you got to borrow money to get a hamburger or to get something to eat, don't even do it, bro. Don't even talk to no woman. I'm here to stop all the madness and the nonsense. A lot of you cats is trying to talk to women. You can't even buy a burger at Burger King. You borrowing money from your boys, try to get something to eat. Nah, man, nah. And then you trying to holler at a girl? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. How the hell you gonna walk up to a woman and you borrow money from your boy? What if your girl? Check this out. Some of you think that it's okay to borrow money from somebody to take your girl out. It's not. It's not okay. What if she found out that you borrowed money to take her out? What do you think she's gonna think? You can't take your woman out on your own merit, then don't take her out. If you can't take her out, then you don't deserve to be with her. Women need some kind of entertainment. They don't want to sit up with your boring ass day in, day out with nothing going on. They need some kind of entertainment. You got to take them somewhere, sometime. You don't keep them cooped up in the house just because they love you and everything, and unless they want to stay in the house. And even then, try to get her out every now and then, stretch her legs, some fresh air, take her out to eat. Take them out. They love going places, most of them. I don't give a damn if you're going down to the waterfront to feed some birds. Take her somewhere. Take her for a Sunday drive or you know. Here's a big no-no too, right? Never take your woman window shopping. Some of you do think it's cool to take your woman window shopping. Don't do that. Don't do that because you're playing with you, teasing her. Don't do that. If you're gonna take a window shopping, make sure you got enough money to buy her something. If she says something like, "Oh, I wish I had that dress," get it for her. If you're gonna take a window shopping, make sure you know what windows ahead of time and what prices are in those windows. And make sure you got enough cheese on you to cover in case she picks something up. In case you say, "Oh, I wish I had that. That'll look nice on me." Then get it for her. Surprise her. Women love surprises. But let's get back to being broke, not having a job. What you think this is? A discount store? What, you pick your girl up at the dollar store and shit? I mean, you know what? You ain't serious about no relationship. You need a job. Now you ain't got to have $1 million and be high value and all that crap, but you better have you gotta have a job. You gotta have some kind of money. Something. You gotta be able to do something, bro. None of that, man. You know, I borrowed some money from Pete. I had to go pay him back, which left me about $20 short. Man, forget all that. All right. So broke, number 2 on the list. If you are emotional and broke, you are unfit to be a husband. You're unfit to be in a serious relationship. You're unfit to be a father. Number 3, I'm trying. If you trying, then you ain't doing. You got to do, man. We don't get to try. We men's. We are the end all be all. Women look to us to get shit done, not to try shit. So you sound like little weak ass girls. Man, I'm trying the best I can. I'm doing the best I can do. That's women talk. Women talk like that. You guys sound like women and don't even realize it. Because you've been doing it for so long, because you ain't had no real men around to teach you any better. Y'all sound like women. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying. What you want me to do? Dude, that's women. Women talk like that. Man ain't supposed to talk like that. Man supposed to be on something. I'll take care of it. I got it. I got you. No problem. I'll handle it. That's the way a man talks. That's where a responsible man talks. Not some, man, I'm trying, man. I'm doing the best I can. What you want me to do? You know, you start crying. Only getting $20 extra on the job and the government. Man, that crybaby shit. So, nigga, you a man. Nobody don't care about you crying. You supposed to be out here kicking ass and taking names. Nobody gonna feel sorry for you. You better wake your corny behind up and get some strength around this mug. The world is on hard, Negro. Only the hard survive out here. All that snibbling crybaby stuff ain't gonna get you nowhere. All that's gonna do is get your behind kicked on a consistent basis. Stop talking and thinking like a woman. You know, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like, hey, man, you got a job yet? Man, I'm trying, man. What do you mean you trying? Yo, man, you paid that rent, man, so your women and children won't get kicked out? Man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Did you put any food in your house, man, so your kids and your wife don't starve? Man, I'm trying, man. I'm doing the best I can. You think your child want to hear that? What you gonna do when your child hungry and say, "Daddy, I'm hungry"? Yeah, I'm trying, baby. I'm trying. That what you gonna tell your daughter or your son? You trying and they hungry? What kind of father are you? Guys think like women. That's why you weak. You don't think like hardened men. Men who go out here and find ways and make ways. Nigga, if it ain't a path, make one. If you going down the street and you got to get past a wall, and if you got to get past that wall because there's food on the other side, then you better get through that wall. If you can't climb over it, then you better go get you a hammer and bust through that motherfucker. That's what a man gonna do. What's he gonna sit here and cry? Man, I tried, man. It's the wall too high. Man, it's too long. I can't even walk around there. Like, woman shouldn't be with no man like that. You a wussy. You ain't no man. You a girl. You a girl. You a man who thinks like a girl. See, I know y'all ain't heard nothing like this, but because these brothers won't tell you the truth. They over here babying y'all, putting pacifiers in your mouth. Because you got weak dudes you listening to. Some of these old heads just as weak as you are. They girls too. See, they ain't gonna tell you the truth. That you're supposed to be a brute. That you're supposed to be fearless. And you're supposed to love physical conflict. And that you don't cry about shit. You make ways. That's what you do. Your family counting on you, your women, your children count on you. You get it done. You find a way to get it done. You say tell your women and your children, "Oh, I'm trying, man. I'm doing the best I can." Hold on 1 second, y'all. Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta get up for 1 second. I gotta go to this checkpoint. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hold it down real quick.
Okay. All right. Hey, saying ain't so. Okay. So as Max was saying, no excuses. You find a way. Somebody asks you, you be like, I'm on top of it. Yeah. So yeah. Or you just say, not yet, but I'm on top of it. You don't say, I'm trying. Look at you sideways. Or they start looking at you as a kid. And they're going to treat you like a kid. It's like, okay, well, you try this, you try that. I heard they're hiring at such and such. But, you start becoming that you're not reliable. You're going to be just giving excuses. And the women's going to hear it the same way. Young people need to be told this. It makes a difference instead of being of dating age and assuming you should date. You need to be self-sufficient first. Yeah. It's weird before they start getting of age of dating and attraction to the opposite sex. That's what they do. They be having plans. I heard some boys they couldn't wait to grow up and be out of the house. You know, they was making a decision whether to go to college or not. One I was like, I don't want to go to college, because I had enough of school, but I know that's what my mama want, but I have no idea what I want to do. But he was making plans with his buddies that they were gonna move out. They were gonna be roommates, but you gotta understand they're young, so they thinking roommates. They be three guys to themselves. But they weren't thinking about dating. They weren't thinking about girls. They weren't thinking about the sex. They're just thinking about growing up, getting out of the house, being on their own. And then they reach some magic number, and then all it is dating and the sex word. You know, they kind of nix their plan of getting their own place. They already. I gotta see them today to see if their ideas were still in that direction. They were like, get a job, get their own place, get a car, you know, all those things. Saving up. They were even talking about getting a house together. I know it sounds weird, but these are young boys. Their object was to get out of their parents' house. That's all. Dame asked Max where he stand on black men wanting to go 50-50 in marriage. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's going to stir Max up. There's no 50-50 in marriage. That's like that movie, what's it? I forgot with the women baseball team, and that woman is crying. There's no crying in baseball. There's no 50-50 in marriage. You might as well be divorced. Y'all roommates. Y'all not husband and wife. Y'all roommates. Yeah. Just the way I thought as a teen. I was in the same boat. Yep. Teenagers, we think about getting out of our parents' house, making our own rooms, getting our own place. How we going to get our own place, a job, especially as we start becoming aware of bills. Unless you always knew about bills. I always knew about bills. I thought it was weird that my friends didn't know. Or, there were certain things I thought everybody just knew, Shoot. Well, I was an adult. I knew about the bills, where to go to set up for utilities. What stuff you need to transfer when you're moving out of a place. You got to call and let them know and stuff like that and give them a schedule. I thought that was automatic because I always knew. But no, I had a whole bunch of friends that didn't know jack about that. I'm like, did your mama teach y'all anything? Who raised you? Okay, now I'm starting to sound like this comedian. But there was a whole bunch of girls I knew when I got the job who didn't know none of this. But as I said, you can't be.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Going through some bad weather. Okay, so let me get back to what I was saying, right? We on number 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, being broke. So we move to number 3. Did we move to number 3?
No, but there's a question in the chat though.
Yeah, what's up?
They wanted me to ask you where you stand with black men wanting to go 50-50 in a marriage.
I'm gonna get to that. That's gonna be on my list.
All right.
That's gonna be on the unfit list, y'all. I'm gonna get down to that. Dame, was it number 2? Okay. Yeah, emotional, broke. Oh, and number 3 is the I'm trying speech.
Yes, we're on the I'm trying speech. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So let me pick back up. Yeah. So if you one of them brothers with the mentality where you always trying, that means you ain't got the fortitude or the mentality to do. Women need men that do, not men that try. Boys try, men do. The difference between boys and men. Boys try, men do. Boys try because they don't have the fortitude yet to do. They don't have the knowledge yet to do. They learn that over a period of time. They're taught that. Men already have that. You're supposed to have that already. So you don't get out here and try. You get out here and do. Your wife and your children need you to do. They don't need you to try. They can try. You need to do because people are counting on you. So if you on one of them, I'm trying, you're unfit to be a man to a woman. You're unfit to be a husband. You're unfit to be a father. Number 4, One second. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. I'm in the middle of a lot of traffic. Man, I hate this. Maybe I picked the wrong time to. Okay. Now, number 4, 50-50. If you asking your woman to go 50-50 with you, then what do you want? What are you with her for? What does she need you for? If she only gonna do half, she could do that by herself. She don't need you to do half. She don't need you to do nothing. How can you how can you call yourself a man if you asking a woman to go 50-50 with you? I want you to think about that 1 second, right? A man is a very proud individual, very strong individual, mentally strong, mentally tough, very proud, gets things done, kicks ass, take names, move, shake up mountains, moving and shaking, right? If you wanted them, how would that even sound to you, asking your woman to go 50-50 with you? Would that make you feel like a little punk? Would that make you feel inadequate? I know that would make me feel inadequate. That would make me feel less than. Like, damn, I just asked my woman to go 50-50 with me. Am I still a man? 50-50. Who the hell started that? And since when did the rules change? Since when did we stop becoming providers and start becoming negotiators in relationships? Because if you go into a woman talking about some 50-50, you're negotiating with her. You're trying to strike up a deal. That's not a relationship. If you love her, you're going to provide for her. Case closed. Ain't no damn 50-50. How the hell y'all get that from? Hey, but look, I look at it this way. If you're asking a woman to go 50-50, she should leave you alone immediately. Because that's a woman that's not going to get anything out of you. Sisters, if a man asks you to go 50-50, that's not a man you're going to get anything out of. Those are men who are cheap and don't want to do anything for you. They just want you for sex. And they don't want to pay for it. They want to be in a relationship and have all of the fringe benefits of having sex with you, but none of the financial responsibilities, or very little financial responsibilities as possible. And these are the men, right, who are going to fight with you a lot. Because as soon as a bill don't get paid, as soon as something is missing, or soon you come up $15, $20 short, they're going to get into fights. Then it's going to turn into well, I held up my end of the bargain, this your fault. Then you're going to be at each other's throats. 50-50, it's not a good idea. Now, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. It's a bad idea. And it encourages men to be lazy, complacent, also encourages them to be weirdos. And then it solidifies their behavior. So once he blows it up with you, he goes to the next woman and screws her life up too with the 50-50 thing. So I'm gonna tell you something, a lot of these guys with the 50-50, they're gonna fight you. You got one time for something to come up short. It's like dealing with a drug dealer, right? It's like dealing with a drug dealer who gave you credit 3 days away from the first, and you're getting your welfare check, right? And then he done gave you all of this stuff on credit, and he coming around to collect on welfare, and he ain't taking no shorts. It's like dealing with a drug dealer. And the moment something comes up where a building get paid, something happened, the child lost a uniform or got kicked out of school because the tuition wasn't paid, somebody was short $5, $10, it's gonna be a problem. And especially if he's the one that's always coming up short. Because if he's coming up short, a woman ain't trying to hear, a black woman ain't trying to hear that. She gonna be on some, yo, why you always coming up short? What's up? When you gonna pull up you see, one thing, fellas, the only reason why you don't want to go 50-50 with a woman, because they gonna step to you when you don't hold up your end of the bar. They stepping to you, bro. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. They're coming at you. Especially if they hold up their end of the bargain and you on some BS, you over here drinking the money up or gambling the money away, they coming at you, bro. And if you're in a 50-50 relationship, I'm gonna let you know right now, you ain't even built like that. You ain't built like that because you already express or expose yourself. You ain't built like that. So when she come at you, you ain't gonna be able to handle it. You ain't gonna have the right emotions. You ain't gonna have the right state of mind. You ain't gonna have the right nothing because you ain't built like that.
Okay. All right. He'll be right back. Some errors back for a signal. Hold on. Um. Oh, okay. Your sister's in a relationship with a deadbeat. She's doing 50-50 with him now. They lived together for 3 years and he still didn't marry her. I warned her. Yeah, I don't want them having to depend. Oh, okay, Mika.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm back, y'all.
All right.
Yes, like I was saying, right? So when she come at you, like I said, you ain't even built like that. Because you're already in a 50-50 relationship. So you ain't paying the cost to be the boss. You ain't no kind of leader, and you ain't somebody that she has to respect. Because you ain't doing it like that. So all that you a man and you running shit, man, all that shit out the window. She ain't gotta respect none of that. She on even ground with you. Y'all on even ground. If anything, she can throw it back in your face. You need to respect her, especially if she's doing more than you. See, you put yourself in a bad. Listen, I keep telling you, nigga, women ain't somebody. Women aren't stupid. I know some women gonna, but you see, I ain't gonna never call my sister stupid. Okay, I don't believe none of my sisters, my black women, are stupid. Okay, but you playing games like that with the wrong. They're not the ones you want to play games like that with. Okay, because they're gonna call. They're calling you, bro, on your shit. Okay, you gonna play it like that? You better be man enough to handle it, because they damn sure coming at you the moment you slip up, and they ain't playing either. And they gonna be. And trust me, they're gonna have some shit for your ass. You ain't gonna be able to pull that man card on them. You ain't gonna be able to pull that, I'm the man around here card on them. You ain't gonna be able to pull that leadership card. You can forget all that. She on equal ground with you because y'all 50-50. You don't relinquish your leadership role. You're sharing it with her. So she's co-leader. So you can't tell her to do nothing. You can't tower over her about nothing. And she ain't got to listen to you because she's on equal ground with you. You ain't the leader. Both of y'all leading. And if you ain't pulling your end of the bargain, then you ain't leading at all. And you think I'm playing, they coming at you hard than a mug. And they gonna be right. They're gonna have their ducks in a row. They're gonna be on some, yo, you didn't pay this bill, you didn't pay that bill, the lights went out, I was at work, called home, nothing worked. The child had to go next door to the neighbor, to use the phone and all this other stuff. Well, okay, you got a cell phone. I'm talking about landlines, okay? But yeah, something done went down. Car done ran out of gas because you ain't put no gas in the car. Because you ain't got no money. And you better not trick that money off, man. You better not get caught tricking that money, especially you 50-50, you better not get caught tricking off, man. That's gonna be a horrible thing for you if you go on 50-50 and you caught tricking off. So no, I don't recommend it. To me, if you asking your woman to go 50-50, you're unfit. That's the bottom line. You're unfit. And when I'm done with my rant, if any of y'all want to come up here and challenge me on that, I'll be right here. Because if you can't provide, if you can't be a man is a provider. That's what a man is. He gonna provide. All this new crap y'all talking about, all this feminist stuff with the manosphere and all that, that don't change a thing. It's still the man is the provider. That's what it still is. And as long as the woman is the woman, and she's gonna always have the upper hand. But you see, we real men, we like that. We don't feel inadequate because she a female. We don't. That doesn't bother you. That bothers you effeminate dudes for some reason. I don't know why y'all jealous. See, real men, we don't have no problem with the way women are. You don't hear me getting up here complaining about women. I don't complain. I'm cool. You know, that's you homos and you manosphere, you Kevin Samuels with the high heel kitten boots. That's y'all complaining about women. And what kills me, I don't know how you complaining because y'all can't get women. So you ain't got no experience in the front. Who are you with? We had one of you up here who never even had a girl complaining about women. But anyway, 50-50. Now, hey, Dane. Dane.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Whew.
Okay. Is there a question in the chat about the 50-50 thing?
Okay. All right.
What's going on? What happened? You all right?
Yeah. Seems like let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I hear black men say back in the day one income was needed. However, now both incomes are needed to survive today. Husbands and wives. Let me see. I guess husband and wives both have to work.
Well, the way I look at that is I look at that as a man, right, looking for an excuse not to be a provider. Because you in a household with a woman that makes money doesn't mean that you're not the provider. That doesn't change anything. A man is still a provider. He's still providing. The cool thing about it is she gets to save up her money and get y'all a cushion. But you have the relationship where everything still works off the man's money. Now she can come in there and ease things up. Of course, if your woman is easing things for you, doing a few things here and there, ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't provide because your woman has a job. Who tells you? Who told you that you shouldn't be the provider because your woman works? There's a difference between having to have two incomes and going 50-50. Those are two different things. There's plenty of husbands out here who are the providers in a leadership role, and they have two incomes coming in. So her money is more like safeguard money, like cushion type money.
Mm-hmm.
The man is still the provider. The man is still, everything is still working off of his money. Just because you need two incomes isn't 50-50. 50-50 is a completely different mentality entirely.
Uh-huh.
A guy who's 50-50 is a guy who don't want to provide. Two incomes, having to have two incomes is completely different than 50-50. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Auntie asks, how about he pay the mortgage and she pays the smaller bills? Would that still be the same or no? These are hard
Well,
times. Work doesn't always come as easily anymore.
That's if y'all work that out. It depends on how you want your relationship to be, right? If he's the sole provider and you say, okay, I'm working too, and I'll pay it depends on how you want your relationship, okay? If you want your man to be the sole provider and you want to help him, then that's fine. But if you want him to pay a certain amount all the time, or you pay a certain amount all the time, then that's 50-50. So it depends on what you want to do. You want to be a helpmate or you want to be part leader? What else you said, Dan?
I'm waiting to see her response. Okay. Let's see. Mika is saying my parents still help as an. Okay, wait a minute. I wandered into a conversation. Honestly, okay. Mika agrees with Auntie. Wait a minute. I don't know if that's what she's talking about when she says she agrees. But I think some people are confusing 50-50 and um, helping each other to pay the bills.
Exactly. Yeah. Two incomes is completely different than 50. 50-50 is a different mentality. Now, if you're talking about helping each other, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That depends on how you want your relationship and what role that your man is playing and what role that you're playing. If you're playing a role of help, if you want to be the helper, then yeah, you can use your money to help, pay the bills if that's what y'all working with. But is he still the sole provider? He can still be the sole provider, but you help it out occasionally. But let me ask you a question. I got a question for y'all. Ladies,
Mm-hmm.
do y'all want a man to be the sole provider anymore? That's a question to you ladies in the chat. Do you want a man to be the sole provider anymore?
Yeah, I think they were talking about something like that.
That's I can't really see the chat. I'm driving. But that's
Okay.
my question. Do y'all even want that anymore? Let me know what they say.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Auntie, that's 100%. Oh, okay, the truth. She's talking about the small bills, car gas, food, etc. is is way more.
It's way more.
Yeah, yeah. So now it takes both incomes, to provide for a household.
Not everywhere. Well, it depends.
Mhm.
Depends on where you live.
Okay, Phoenix Genie said, I think she's saying, "Yep, I do." she she wants the man to be the sole income. Uh,
Okay.
Auntie said, "Too many labels on people. Just do what needs to be done."
Well, no, that's not the way a relationship works. Marriage works. There's in a marriage, there's two defined roles. It's not a free for all. It's not an anything goes. The husband has to have a clear understanding of what his role is, and a wife has to have a clear understanding on what her role is how marriage work. If y'all gonna be on some anything goes, then don't get married. Just shack up. And let me ask you another question, right? If you want your man to be the sole provider, would you look at him differently if you helped him pay the bills? And he didn't ask you to. Like he never asked you to go 50-50, but you want to help out and pay the bills. Would you look at it differently? Would you treat it differently if you helped him pay the bills? See, I'm from that old school stuff, man. We strong, 100% strong. We not on no 50-50 or none of that stuff. So
Okay.
I may be a different animal for y'all
Mhm.
because I guess y'all looking at the kind of dudes that are out here today. A lot of these dudes are weak and can't really be a sole provider. I get it. I'm cut from that old stuff. I can do all that. So I'm a different animal.
Okay. All
Uh
right. Mika says, "I don't mind being a helpmate." And Phoenix Jean is like, "My father was the sole provider, and the woman is supposed to nest." Mika's women must have their own. And Phoenix Jean is like, "No, I wouldn't look at it differently."
You know what? That'd be a
Um,
good discussion for you ladies on ladies' night
mhm.
because there's some good opinion. Looks at it. Ann looks at it one way. Phoenix looks at it another way. Mika looks at it another way. That'd be a great discussion on ladies' night. What would you call that, Dane?
Hmm.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
very interesting. I would like to see how y'all would play that out. That would be very because it sounds interesting already. Because you already got three women with different ways of looking at it. That'd be great for ladies' night. I would love to see that discussion.
okay.
But y'all gotta forgive me. I'm old school. Okay, I'm not from this flock, so I'm different than these guys that y'all used to. I understand that y'all got a crop of men out here now that's completely different from me. So
Mhm.
I'm going to talk from my own perspective and my upbringing and my strength. Okay, so I don't compare myself to none of these weak dudes out here today. But I understand some of y'all. This is what y'all know, so y'all go on by with what y'all have. You know, so maybe I might be a little bit too rough for some of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. Phoenix Jean said, "I know, Max. I am with you, old school." And Princess Z says, "It's too stressful doing 50-50." Uh-huh.
Well, well, the thing about 50-50, that's a different mentality
Mm-hmm.
altogether. See, that's different from your wife helping out with the bills. She want to pay the gas money. She want to pay a little bills, like Auntie said, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, she just want to help out. She want to get in the game. That's different. That's just your wife backing up her husband, and his husband got his wife back. Y'all just got each other's back. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Uh-huh.
But a 50-50 thing, that's a whole different way of thinking.
Yeah.
That's on some. That's almost like a contract.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all agreeing to look. Okay, you gonna pay your half of the side. I'm gonna pay my half of the side. And if you fuck up your half of the side, it's gonna cost you a pint of blood. My brother, what if your girl is on some knife shit, right? And she stepped to there, look, the first time my baby's crying about food because you ain't paid your half of bills, it's gonna cost you one pint of blood. What you gonna do? What you go? What you gonna do then? You know you ain't built like that because you already asked her to go 50-50. You pull out a straight razor, put it to your throat, talking about the first time my babies cry about being hungry because you ain't did your part. It's gonna cost you a pint of blood. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I say, uh-huh.
but yeah, so the 50-50 thing, y'all, that's a contract, pretty much. You know, that's a contract. That's not helping each other out or having each other's back. That's not doing that. That's a contract.
Yeah.
What they saying in the chat?
Okay. Let's see. Princess Z said, I dated a guy and did 50-50. It was like I had a roommate. The relationship ended. I see more women doing that
Yeah,
and they look stressed out. She,
yeah.
Phoenix Jeannie says, see, women get burnt out. If men wanted us to keep looking young, ready, and available, he needs to pay them bills so we won't have to go out there fighting with and fight off white men.
Well, I
She
mean,
also this. Oh, okay, go ahead.
like I said, if you on that 50-50 stuff, then yeah, dude gonna be on some. You need to pay your end of the bargain. And what if you can't keep your end of the bargain up? And then he on you talking about something. You need to do your thing. Now what? Yeah, that 50-50 thing to me ain't good, man. And some dudes, if you get in a 50-50 thing, y'all going to be in the fights. That's why you get stressed out because y'all always arguing and fighting because somebody's short $20 here, $100 here, $200 here. And what if he loses his job? And
Yeah.
and he ain't got no money coming in for a while. So you get a new job and then you got to cover his end. You know how stressful that is?
Okay. And then Phoenix went the opposite direction. 50-50 is dangerous because if she loses her job, he needs to be able to keep up on his salary. If he looks at her
Right.
salary, he might not be trained to do it on his own.
Right. He ain't good. I already told you. If he comes to you asking you for 50-50, he ain't built like that. You can forget it. So if you lose your job, you are up the creek. Because your man's ain't built like that. He ain't no leader. He ain't no go-getter. He ain't nobody that you can lean back on and he got you. He ain't that dude. He's not. That's why he asked you to go 50-50. Because he recognized he ain't that dude. That's a man that understands his limitations. Not saying he a bad guy, but he understands his limitations. He's being honest with you. Hey, listen, I ain't built like that. I need to go 50-50. But this ain't in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, scroll up. Yeah, that's what the truth is saying. Um, Okay, Princess is saying right on what Jeannie said about the 50-50. And truth is saying, yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to say. My wife could work a small side job to supplement the household income, but still have plenty of time to stay at home and take care of the house. She has my back. I'm still doing most of the heavy lifting with my main job.
Uh-huh.
Princess Z is saying, I was working a full time job, going to school, cooking and cleaning. My mom told me I look a hot mess, had dark circles under my eyes. Mm, I think that's about the 50-50.
And then now, women are a little bit more strategic than men, right? When it comes down to just situations like this, most men don't go beyond their cable toe, right? So if he coming to you talking about he can only do half, that's what he can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now if the man goes down, 9 times out of 10, that woman can do more, right?
Uh-huh.
And she might be able to carry the whole thing for a while, right? But that man, most men, if they tell you that they can only do half, that's exactly what they mean. So if you go down, both of y'all going down because he ain't gonna be able to handle up because he
Mm-hmm.
already told you that all he can do is half, and he meant it. That's
Mm-hmm.
all he can do is half. So if you go down, he's not gonna pull no rabbit out of a hat. He's not gonna rob Peter to pay Paul. He gonna be exactly what he told you he was, and then he gonna blame you. Y'all gonna be fighting. You're gonna be getting kicked out your apartment, and he gonna be saying it's your fault because he told you that all he could do was half. You went down expecting him to do it all, and he gonna look at you like you out of your mind because I told you I couldn't do that. So as far as he concerned, it's your fault y'all getting kicked out the apartment. That's the way he gonna look at it. But women are much different than that. Women will go half on you, but will have stuff in reserve. And so, in case somebody do go down, they can cover it for a short period of time until people get back online. But guys don't do that. Guys don't do that. A lot of guys don't do that. Some dudes do that, but a lot of guys don't. 9 times out of 10, when they come to you on some, I can't do it. That's what they are on. They can't do it. And I think what happens is some women, they take it for granted, be like, okay, well, yeah, he going to have, but if I was to lose my job, he should be able to hold us down. No, no, no. No, no, no. It don't work like that with dudes. And, like I said, you may have a small number of dudes that may be on it like that, but a lot of dudes going to be on some, yo, what you mean? Why you coming at me for the whole kit and caboodle? I already told you I can do half. I can't do better than that. That don't work with a lot of guys. And like I said, he gonna look at it like he was truthful with you up front, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
if you come at him, he gonna come back at you twice as hard. He gonna be on some. Well, wait a minute. I told you I wasn't built like that. Now we about to get kicked out of our apartment, and he gonna think it's your fault. So you gotta be really careful. The type of dude, if you're going to get into a contract like that, you need to vet that dude to see if he got resources and reserve, and that he can handle situations. And y'all got to have a talk, and that talk got to be about, well, listen, what happens if one of us get incapacitated or somebody goes down for a period of time and can't work? Y'all need to straighten all that out. A lot of times that ain't straightened out. They just run into the relationship thinking that it's going to be all gravy, and it turned out to be Cocoa Puffs, and somebody don't went cuckoo. What they saying?
Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Mindy, Princess Z goes, men these days, what you do 50-50 and look like a princess is impossible. I tried. Max is right. Let's see. Phoenix Genie said, often we working and taking care of the house. It's too much and they start having health problems from stress.
What does Ann say? Did Ann say anything?
Okay, wait, she's at the bottom. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta read which Mika. She's saying Mika very true. Okay, what? Okay, she's responding to something Mika said. I ain't came across yet. Let's see. Um. Okay, Phoenix Genie says, unfortunately, women take care of the house and work, whereas the man come home, eat, and sit on the couch. He might cut the grass every 2 weeks, but the day to day is on the woman most of the time. Let's see.
Well, that's why, ladies, you got to make sure you got a good guy, a guy that's on your side, a guy that understands all these things, a guy that's willing to provide, a guy that's going to put you on his back, you know. But if you don't, you're going to have a lot of problems, especially if you got kids. Because you got one of these unfit dudes who ain't unfit, who's unfit to be a husband in the first place. A lot of these guys out here today, y'all are unfit. They are unfit. These dudes don't have nothing going. And they should never, until they get their act together, should never try to be in a relationship with a woman. You end up making your life miserable. What else they saying in the chat?
Nothing so far.
All right, so let me get back to my I'm gonna do one more, and then what did I leave off at? Oh yeah, the 50-50. Okay, so definitely not. I don't believe in 50-50, and I believe that the man should be the sole provider. But he don't have. But if his woman wants to help, she can help. She wanna catch her husband back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I believe in that, but I don't believe in the 50-50. I think the 50-50 is the wrong formula. Some people can pull it off. I've seen. I ain't gonna poo-poo it entirely just because I don't agree with it. But I've seen some people pull it off. But they had their act together though. They had everything stipulated. They had everything together. It's not something that's easily done. I mean, but I've seen a couple of people. I've seen people pull it off. All right, Sean. I'm not going to be able to continue. I'm about to shut it down. I'm in just too much traffic, and I'm too occupied right now. Down here by Cincinnati. Oh, this is Melanated Misfits area. Cincinnati, y'all. I'm over here by Cincinnati. Shout out to Melanated Misfit. Unfortunately, y'all, I'm gonna have to cut this stream short. I will probably pick it back up next week. Maybe we can do a part 2 to it. But unfortunately, right now, I just cannot continue. I got too many distractions right now. So, with that being said, I'll see everybody. We're gonna see everybody on Ladies' Night, and we might pick some of this discussion back up on Ladies' Night with the 50-50 thing. It was a very good discussion. All right, Dane, tell me what we got coming up on Ladies' Night before we get out of here.
Okay. One of all, don't forget, we're also doing a game, What Does Not Belong. We need 3 players. Got to come up on the panel.
What is it called? Whether or not who belongs,
I'm sorry. Who does not belong?
who don't belong.
Who don't belong? Okay, we have a game. Who don't belong? Need 3 players. Has to come up on the panel. Has to have Cash App because the prize is going to be given through the Cash App. Okay, and okay, and when you answer it, it's not only just the answer, but why they don't belong. And those in the chat that's not up on the panel, you cannot tell the answer. All right. So we also having a couple of topics for ladies' night. And don't forget, ladies' night is Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All right, everybody. Till we see you for ladies' night or sooner. Peace, power, and unity.
What's the day?
Today is Friday, July 16th. All right, everybody. Peace, power, and unity. All right, out.